Okay. So a very good afternoon to all the participants. Welcome back to the Impact Lecture Series Session 2 for the second lecture. And our distinguished speaker for the second lecture is Mr. Shitalkumar Dagade. So we'll just give a brief introduction of his career. He has 21 years plus experience. Currently, he is the co-founder of Samyak Group. Since 2005, he is the HR head and chief technical officer for Samyak Software. Since 2015, he is the director of Samyak Software Private Limited, and since 2021, he is the chief executive officer for Samyak Infovision. Apart from this, he is a board of studies member for Thakur College of Engineering and Technology, which is based in Mumbai. And he has been successfully running multiple firms, has successfully implemented customized ERP for clients across India, Hong Kong, Dubai, Bangkok, China, USA, and Japan. And he has been certified by Linux, IBM, and Sun. And actually, he has successfully executed a diamond auction of $45 million at Hong Kong Jewelry Show in 2012. Then developed and maintaining world's largest diamond manufacturers online portal. Then he has implemented retail jewel software for India's Cygnus brand and chain of showrooms. He has also successfully developed an on-site software implementation for several Japanese firms. And he has received the best entrepreneur from SSBT's College of Engineering, Jalgaon, which is in North Maharashtra University. So this is a brief introduction of our speaker for the second lecture. So on behalf of the Innovation Council at the MIT Academy of Engineering, I welcome you, sir, and over to you.
Okay. Should I start with my first slide?
Yes, sir. I'll just make you the presenter because I have to transfer the rights of the presenter
Please.
to you. Yeah. So just check whether you are now able to see
Yes.
the share screen option. Yes, sir. Your
Please
slide
confirm
is.
you can see my slide.
Yes, yes, it is visible.
Okay. Okay. Uh, so Parag sir, thank you for giving me this opportunity. I'm very grateful to the management of MIT College. Okay. And now, in fact, I'm very happy that I'm talking to so many people who are online and will see this video afterwards as well. Now, see, when we are looking at the current scenario, India is going to be a superpower. Okay, but without taking efforts from our side, I think the goal is quite difficult. Okay. Now, see, if you look at the very first slide which I presented to you, you will realize that China is exporting to almost $100 billion goods to us, and we are just exporting $20 billion. Okay. There is no reason that we should be behind any other country in the world because we have anything and everything at our disposal. So when we look at this scenario and technological scenario, we become very angry, and we should be angry. Okay, but this does not mean that we use this anger to destroy anything or to make anything bad thing. We can convert this anger into motivation. Okay, now since we are talking about the Bharat and how Bharat could take us forward. Okay, now where is a Bharat? What is a Bharat? What could be the Bharat? And how, why, when we lost the wisdom and how we can take it back. All this information is very informative. We have many stories that will give us exhaustive information about India, which we call Bharat. Okay, but this wisdom, this knowledge, this all we lost in last thousands of year, what we can say, persecution. So what is there which will help us, taking it forward. Okay, so you all know that there was a story in Mahabharata where Dronacharya was a guru and Arjuna was his patta shishya. This patta shishya concept actually, I think, is one of the reasons we lost our wisdom, because when guru was very inclined to his one of only student, then what happens, he only share that knowledge to the particular student, and ultimately you know that we lost Eklavya, who was also as capable as Arjuna. So rather than having many more warriors, only Arjuna was left there. Okay, though he was a good soul, that is not an issue. I'm just keeping my topic to that. We should share our knowledge to our people, to our colleague, to our friends, and that is what is this lecture is about. Okay, so this lecture is divided in two parts. First, we'll discuss about the knowledge economy, and second, after some times, if Parag sir allowed us, we'll go for one training session where we'll present you the time management, then the subconscious mind, its effect, how we can use it effectively, and then mind mapping. These three technique, if we use effectively, any assignment, any task, any impossible task we can achieve with the help of teamwork. But without teamwork, nothing can work. So in the same context, I will give example of this. What is a sharing is caring, what is sharing is growing, what is sharing is life. Okay. Now if you look at the Japan, you will not believe that their multinational companies like Honda and all those companies, they internally share their technology to each other. Can you believe this simple fact? Can you believe that Ambani is sharing his trade secret with Adani Group, or Adani is sharing trade secret with Mahindra Group in India? I don't think so. But in Japan, this happens. This happens, and that is why they become superpower in terms of even car technology. So there are so many examples we have where if we share with our colleague, if we care for our colleagues, if we share many information or the knowledge or wisdom we have with our colleague, it will come back to us. Okay, and this is not a simple phenomenon that I'm talking. And okay, you can observe this phenomenon in your everyday's life. Just look at your mom only. है ना? If you just look at your eye, she's caring, she's help us to grow, she's a life for us. Without eye, ma, mother, we are just, we feel very lonely. So if a family becomes lonely, we are not sharing anything, then how this country, which is one of the biggest family we have, how we can grow? So rather than talking to each other on unnecessary topics, gossip, social media, unnecessary trolling, if we use all this energy and convert this energy into one of the good phenomenon, then I think India could be a superpower. But how we can do that? We have like service industry, we have manufacturing industry. Now the biggest phenomenon happen in Indian economy is that service industry is biggest contributor to the economy. Okay, generally what happens, because of manufacturing industry, the country becomes powerful. But India is one of only exceptional in the world where our service economy is biggest or bigger than manufacturing industry. But again, now the way industry is happening, now the phenomenon is happening, the technology is disrupting every aspect of our life. Now the service industry is also mixing with manufacturing industry also needs service industry. And ultimately, without sharing the knowledge, without sharing the information, we cannot proceed. But how this phenomenon can happen? Okay, we have very nice example for that. Okay, now if you look at this picture, I don't think we need any sort of introduction with these souls. These are the souls who change India, who change the world. These are the leaders. What they done? See, I have written a simple definition of leader: who knows the way, who goes the way, who shows the way, but who does not force the way is a leader. Now, if you look at this, like for example, our people's president, APJ Abul Kalam. Or if you look at the Netaji, Shivaji Maharaj, even Nelson Mandela. Yeah, these are the leaders. What they done? They care for their people. They shared their knowledge. They motivated their colleagues. They make them happen. For example, these are the people who could make us superpower. These phenomenon, these ideas. That is where we should concentrate rather than using any technology for disruptive purpose. Now, coming back to the point of sharing and caring. Okay, now since we are young people, okay, we need to follow these two principles in our entire life. Okay, one principle wherever we go, never break the law of the land. Never ever do that. Okay, we need this because we are sharing people, we are caring people, we are lovely people. We should never break because now in IT industry we travel across the countries. Sometimes we visit Dubai, sometimes we visit Tokyo, sometimes we visit LA, sometimes we visit America. What happens? They have their own laws, and if we follow the laws, then no one can stop us. Okay, and again there is one more dialogue which is attached to is be always on the right side of the law of the land. Why I'm saying law of the land? The reason is very simple. Now the globe has become one, but we have to follow the country's rules and regulation. So even if you break one simple law, your career, your company's career could get destroyed. So you should be aware of company's laws. Okay, I do understand. We are engineers. We cannot understand all the rules and regulations of any country at any given point of time. I do understand. Okay, but that is where we can ask our colleagues who are in law field or the subordinate or any person who understand the law of the land, and then we can devise, develop our application, our software, our app in that context. uh, Parag sir, I hope I'm very much audible to you all.
Yes, sir, you are audible
Okay, okay.
clearly.
Yeah. Now, as engineer, I will give one example which happened with me long back in 2007 when I visited Tokyo. I got new customer. The client was a very big customer. He understand that the technology is evolving, and somebody told him that he should implement a VPN, virtual private network, between his two offices so that his offices could be seamlessly connected. Okay, the uh, client called me and said, okay, Shital, we are ready to go ahead with your software, but if your software cannot be implemented in VPN, and if you cannot implement the VPN, we cannot go ahead. So can you do that? Very first thing, as you know, Japan has a Japanese language. They people almost 95% people talk in Japanese only. So it was a sort of shock for me. The reason being, I was not very good at that time in Japanese language. And not only me, I was, in fact, all my colleagues who were working in that firm, they were all very shocked. And once the assignment given to me to implement the VPN, uh, the people when that meeting closed, then they started talking to me. Shital, you don't know any language, you don't understand Japanese rules regulations, you cannot send even one email. How you can do this implementation? I said just don't worry, I am an engineer, I know how to write the document. And if another person who is also engineer, if he even knows the Japanese also, then also if I send him the technical document, he can understand my document and we can implement. They were like, okay, Shital, since you are the engineer, you're talking with confidence, you can go ahead. I said, okay, but you have to help me. What do you want from me? Okay, okay, do nothing, but give me one-to-one table meeting with the engineer from Docomo Group. He said, why Docomo Group? He asked me why Docomo Group. I said, okay, see, if we want to implement the VPN, we have to follow the rules and regulations of Japanese government, and they clearly mention that you have to buy VPN using their service provider. So you have a Docomo landline connection, so we need Docomo company's engineer to be here. On a given date, they came. My Japanese colleagues, they explained the requirement to them, and then they started talking to us. Rather than talking anything, I given them one document. Then I open my computer, I explain them that there is, I explained them one simple, I have given them explanation using one of the diagram where we have two offices represented using some notion, and then the connectivity, and I just written the VPN. The meeting ended in just 5 minutes. Then they talked to those people. They said, okay, we are going to implement. Then they asked me what to do. I said, no, don't do, just say yes. Ask them to send the quotation so that we can go in detail. We can understand the pricing structure also. And then I will choose one of the option and then we can go ahead. Okay. Now here what happens actually? Here one engineer is use his colleague's Japanese learning language. Okay, so that phenomenon happens. Then also when I'm talking to those Japanese people, I use English language as a communication medium. Okay, they understood. Every engineer in this world understand the technology. So whenever whatever I'm writing or explaining, trying to explain using that pictorial form, they understood. And then that assignment went successfully, and that customer is still my one of the biggest customer. It's not almost 12 years, and they are using our solution. So what is this all phenomenon? So ultimately, we have to talk to our colleague. We have to keep aside our ego. Unless and until we do not write proper document, the, the concerned person cannot help us. So all these phenomenon we need to understand. And once we understand all these phenomenon, then we can go ahead. Now here I will give one example of your own student, MIT college student. And in fact, Thakur College is also there. In 2020, when we were working together and there was no COVID phenomenon, but still we requested your college that we are looking for interns, and we can work from using remote access. No need to visit Mumbai office. If needed, we'll call them. And then these MIT students from your college, okay, I still remember the few names, but since they left out the college, uh, okay, so we have given them a very simple assignment, but very complex. Simple in terms of explanation, complex in terms of execution. We had asked them that, see, we are working in a diamond industry. In diamond industry, generally we need to upload Excel file. Okay, but we found that the Excel file upload module is not working properly. So the assignment is, we have 40 column and we have 40,000 rows, and we need to upload this file every 3 hours duration, every 1 hour, or sometimes in a day. Okay, so technically 40,000 rows and 40 column. So you need to validate, you need to sanitize the Excel before giving to the software. Okay, everyone was shocked. Okay, so this is quite big assignment. This is quite big Excel. How we can do that? How? And then I said, okay, we all are engineer. Let's discuss in terms of Java language. I will give you how to develop this assignment, and see how we can go ahead. Then we typical work on the various ideas. Then we made some ER diagram. We some made some flow chart, and we distributed this assignment to the people. And after 7 days, I asked them, okay, give me feedback after 7 days so that you will get some time, and then I can also talk to you all, and if needed, I can extend my help to you. And after 7 days, they directly come to us online. They said, sir, we completed this assignment. So I said, what do you mean to say completed assignment? Sir, yes, sir, we successfully completed this assignment. Now 40,000 columns and 40,000 rows are getting uploaded. I said, wow, amazing. How much time it takes? So it takes around 32 minutes. I said, oh my dear, this is not workable. For 32 minutes, how I can stop the software? We need to rework on this assignment. So what you mean to say? I said, we should make this less than 5 seconds. So this is impossible. I said, nothing is impossible. Then we discuss algorithm. We share our each other's logic, wisdom, etc. And we again given them 6 7 days. Okay, try, see how we can reduce this time. And the phenomenon happens that the same file after 7 days, like yeah, ultimately it's a 14 days, they were able to execute in 800 millisecond, not even 5 seconds. In 800 millisecond, that Excel file is getting uploaded in my database. Can you believe? The simple MIT student, having no experience, having no knowledge, haven't done any big assignment, What they done? They become humble. They ask me many questions. They realize that they have a colleague who can communicate with them, to whom they can ask initially question. So that communication, that phenomenon, that help us to achieve that assignment. Similar thing happened with Tagore College. There is one South Korean company. They make jewelry using laser technology. The beauty of this technology is they can supply exact replica of any jewelry in very short span of time. Okay, but what happened to the Parag sir? I hope I am quite audible to you all. It's like monologue, so hello.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, okay, thank you. Yeah,
Sir, your connection is staggering. Hello.
yeah. Is my connection has
Yeah.
any
Okay.
problem?
Yes. Yes. Little bit staggering is there. I think if you could just switch off the camera, then I think the streaming
Okay,
no bandwidth.
okay. Let me check the bandwidth. You might be right. Just give a sec. Yeah, my bandwidth is working fine actually. Yeah, it's like above 50 Mbps. Yeah.
Only
Okay,
your
okay.
camera
Can
is
you please
turned
check
on
with any other
and
student
the
or any
communication.
other colleague? Am I audible to them?
Uh, yes. Can any students please just confirm?
Yes,
Yes,
sir. You
you're
are
audible.
clearly audible.
Okay, thank you. But anyone can let me know if there is any sort of noise or any sort of disruption, because it is so monologuous. I sometimes lose the connectivity. Okay, in terms of talking. Okay, now I was talking about that South Korean firm. Okay, so they asked us to develop one web module where they have all the tools. I mean to say the jewelry spare parts, and using those spare part, we have to make the necklace, we have to make the chain, we have to make some bangle design dynamically on website. Okay, and again I said to them, okay, this assignment right now I'm not in a position because we have never developed such assignment, so give us some time. Then I went back to Thakur College. I talked to their faculties, I mean to say Dr. Anand, etc., and then they allocated me 4 5 students. We work with them, and again in a span of like 15 to 20 days, the proof of concept, the working model was ready with us, and then the client become extremely happy, and then we got that assignment. So what I mean to say is that if we use resource properly, then these students can do phenomenal job. In fact, right now I'm working with them. I have given them 7 to 8 assignment in your college, Parag sir. In MIT college right now, one team is working with me since last 1 year, and since 20th of June, I have given them one assignment. In fact, it has 8 different tasks, and out of 8 tasks, 7 tasks almost finished by those students. Almost. Why I'm saying almost? But the documentation part is pending. Also, my verification is pending, but my engineers already certified that, sir, all these tasks are done by the students. And the best part is, students also don't know that they have finished this task with so small time. In fact, what I feel is that these students, in fact, the way MIT College conduct and believe in your students, I think this is happening in the right direction. What is my lecture and what you are doing is absolutely is in sync. You are already way ahead of all these people in sharing the knowledge. So overall, if we look at all these phenomenon, uh, yeah, if you look at all these phenomenon, we think that we should talk to each other. We should ask n number of questions to our colleague, to our senior, to our superior, to our teacher, to our professor, to our coach. We should not be a student of who say yes sir by default. No, we should ask n number of questions, and that phenomenon is going to take us far away. In fact, while talking to Parag sir, I also got one point. What happened, we started in talking in English and suddenly we went with Marathi language. So Parag sir was also fluent in English, Marathi. I was also fluent in Marathi. We talked for a few minutes, and suddenly we realized that the same culture I use in my own office. In our office, we allow all my engineers to talk in their own language of comfort. In business, we use English, absolutely, no problem, no excuse. But because of this, talking in your mother tongue or talking in a simple language which you understand better, we get phenomenal output from our colleagues. We are doing amazing job, and we learn this from Japan. In Japan, as you know, they people mainly talk in Japanese only, and they do not think that English people are superior to them. I do understand English language has its advantage. Many articles and many scientific articles also written in English. But I think when we are talking to each other, we can use our own mother tongue. We can use Hindi, which is a quite simple language, Marathi language, or whatever the comfort happen between two people. We should use that language. Parag sir, as discussed while starting this session, I want to just don't want to like give a simple session or lecture. I also want to give some training to these people. Okay, whatever I learn in this period. So if you allow me, I want to move to our next slide.
Yes, sir, definitely, no issues.
Thank you. Uh, Parag sir, I hope I started new presentation and it is visible to you all. Hello.
Yes, sir, it is visible, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you. Okay. So I thought that we should use this time allocated to me more wisely. So we decided that these three simple sessions, which I use daily practically in my office. In fact, my colleagues are also very much fond of this technique. So I thought that we should introduce this these three techniques to all our colleagues, all our students, so that when you're needed in future, they can use these simple techniques and they can take it far. Okay. Since time is not much, I mean to say, generally the time management takes we generally do take 1 hour to 2 hour session, but now we will allocate only 10 minutes. So before starting this session, if there is any question, if any question is arising to any of colleagues, I would like to respond to that, because we are shifting our gear and we are now going in a training session. Parag sir, is there anybody who would like to ask any question? Because generally students are quite shy to ask the questions.
Hello, sir.
Yes.
Actually, Parag is having some network issue with him. Net. So,
Sorry, you are not quite audible.
Correct. Okay. Hello.
Yes. Yes, please.
Yes, sir. Sir, actually, there's some work issue in the institute.
Is there
Students are
network
coming
issue at
from
my?
the network issue is
No, no.
at the institute. Our students have joined through hotspot or through mobile,
Okay.
so they can hear. So that is why I asked the student to communicate. I am facing issues. So Parag here, yeah. So
Okay. So should I wait for Any question or should I move ahead?
Sir, you can, yes, participants, if you have any questions, please.
Hello, sir.
Yes, please.
Sir, actually, I want to have a knowledge about the documentation part. Like, what is it actually? Project documentation.
Yes. A very good question. See, documentation varies with respect to assignment, with respect to task, with respect to any given. Okay, so see, documentation. I cannot give a complete thorough idea in very short span of time. But what I will tell you is we should not start any assignment without writing its brief, without writing its goal, and without writing its flowchart. I'm talking with respect to software development. My knowledge is with respect to software development. Okay, without planning, okay, we should not go ahead. That is the biggest drawback we have as an Indian. We try to avoid writing. In fact, I will give one simple idea. If even I ask you to write one simple uh, 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 assignment to write to make one calculator, okay, as a Indian, will directly start writing code. Okay, we should write flowchart. That is most minimum requirement. There is algorithm and then there is a flowchart. These are two things which help us a lot. Okay, I will talk with respect to software only. My knowledge beyond that is quite limited. Okay, so algorithm and flowchart. Without algorithm and without flowchart, we should not start any assignment. Now, algorithm is nothing but the steps we are going to execute. And what is a flowchart? That flowchart is nothing but the representation of that algorithm in pictorial format, right? We should use this frequently in any assignment, even if it is very simple. And once that becomes habit, you will realize that your potential to write the code, execute the big assignment becomes quite huge. And in that context, in the same context of documentation, this mind map concept will help you a lot. Okay, so in
Yes,
terms
sir.
of documentation, you need to work around on your writing algorithms and making flowchart. Okay, and definitely this mind map concept will help you a lot in that documentation part. In fact, we use mind map frequently, regularly in our office for any assignment.
Yes, sir. Yes, got it.
Any more question?
Hello, sir. Means we want to work in the teamwork. So,
Yes.
if there any means what are the qualities needed for to work in teamwork? Means the leadership or any others?
Okay. See, as in one of the slide I mentioned that it's a art, science, commerce, as well as it's a engineering as well. Okay, the reason being, few people are by default born with this quality, born with the quality where they can work, they can talk to anybody. In fact, you must be knowing in your campus also, there are people who easily talk to what we can say watchman, to the service provider, all. And there are few people who are very introvert, who do not talk to anybody. Okay, that is we should accept as that phenomenon, that there could be some people who are not very good team member. But again, when we become a one team, okay, we should be humble. That is the biggest requirement to be a part of any team. We should be humble. Okay, because we just don't know what problem our colleague is facing. And if we understand that he is our colleague, and if we become humble, then all the problem can get sorted out. थोड़ा झुकना तो पड़ेगा अगर आपको टीम में काम करना है तो, है ना? That is one thing. Second thing is we should avoid any competition when we are working in a team. In fact, I will give one simple example. There is one series going on, web series in Netflix, Good Doctor. Have anybody seen the Good Doctor series? Okay, might be or might not be. Okay, Good Doctor. So in Operation Theatre, who is a lead surgeon? Okay, he introduced himself as a lead surgeon, and then whoever the participant of all this activity, they become subordinate to his activity. जो भी लीड सर्जन होता है उसकी हर हर एक्शन को फाइनल अथॉरिटी समझा जाता है और उसकी हर इंस्ट्रक्शन को फॉलो किया जाता है. But this happens in a team only. So to be a part of team, you need to be humble. And once you get hold of that technology, automatically you will become a team leader. है ना? We are in a software industry. Mainly I'm talking about software industry. If you know the technology, then and then only you could be a team leader. Okay, else you could be one of the best team member. So to be a good team member, sorry.
No, sir.
Okay.
Means
So you need to be very humble. You should not be a competitive when you are working in a team, and you should not be jealous of anyone's achievement. Okay. So if you
yes,
will
sir.
follow the simple principle, or you can follow typical our family culture, where out of four brother, one is handling the shop, one is looking after the accounting, one is look after the sales, one is look after all the social activity. You must be aware of such a family, and you see that they are greatest wealth creator in you must be aware. So this is a simple phenomenon. In fact you can go back to anywhere. In fact, if Mahabharata, what happens? Teamwork help them to win the war. What happened in Ramayana? Teamwork. Okay, so in a teamwork you have to be humble, and extend your support to the team. That if you able to do that, and if you able to understand that phenomenon, then automatically you will become part of team. And once you become part of team, and if you get hold of the technology, then definitely team will push you as a team leader. So आपको team leader बनने के लिए कुछ करना नहीं पड़ेगा. It will happen automatically.
Yes, sir.
Thank you. Anything else? So should we start with what is time management, mind map, and subconscious mind?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Sir. Thank you. See, these are big lectures. In fact, I am also not competent authority to talk on these topics. But whatever I know and whatever I use in my office, I'm trying to introduce that. Okay. So this is just introduction. Okay. That is why the name of this slide is short introduction. I'm giving you these are the tools. If you use it efficiently and frequently and regularly, and if you master these tools, then any assignment, any task, any event, any big task you are going to face, you can handle with ease. Okay, we'll start with time management. Okay, if you look at this square diagram, there is a quarter one where we mention urgent and important. Then there is a things where we mention not urgent and important. Then there is a quarter three where we mention urgent and not important. And quarter four, not urgent, not important. If you understand this figure, and if you're able to recognize the importance of any task, then you can achieve that task very easily. Okay, now what happens? In fact, I will give one simple example. Today I'm presenting this session. Okay, so what is urgent and what is most important task for me is to make this PowerPoint presentation and get back to you. Now what is not urgent and not important is attending the phone calls, not attending my WhatsApps, not attending my office meeting, because they know that I'm busy here. Now what is urgent and not important? What is urgent and not important? What is this is how you define your daily activity, because there are few things which are urgent. For example, when I talk with Parag sir, it was very urgent that I should talk to him. So before starting this PowerPoint presentation, this session, we talked to each other, we organize each other. That was a very important task for us. Okay, so that urgency we executed, but now we are not picking each other's call because we are in a team. So if any task you able to recognize and organize in this fashion, then you will be able to use your time efficiently. And as an Indian, you know that we are worst people in the entire world who do not give importance to our time. If we able to understand this problem as a software developer or as a software engineering. We know that if we know the problem, we can have a solution. If we don't know the bug, how we can solve that problem? So similarly, if we understand that time is most important factor in our life, in fact, time management is going to be important in our life, in our daily activity. And if we give enough importance to a regular activity, and if we divide this activity in these four phenomenon, then we can easily handle our activity. So how we can do that? Okay, now if you look at the second slide, what should be done? Their action and then their example. I'm we and this is our daily activity as a software engineer, as a typical manager. We do this all day. So what we should do? Okay, action and the example. What we differ? There is a like no new request from colleague, new project idea. What we should delegate? If there is any important task, we should hand over to a right person. And what should we delete? Unnecessary call we should avoid. Unnecessary email we should avoid. Unnecessary WhatsApp communication we should avoid. Unnecessary social media adventure we should avoid. Okay. So if you look at these two slides again and again, and you keep organizing all your information on daily basis, when you are starting your day, when you are starting your new meeting, if you able to mix and match this information, then definitely you will be in a better position to handle your time. And if we do not handle time properly, it gets converted into a stress. And if stress goes out of control, it gets converted into a tension. Okay. So as a team, we give this importance in our office, that we do not give any unnecessary task to our colleagues. At the same time, our colleagues are also ensuring that they do not disturb us when there is no need. Okay, now I will give one simple example of my BPO office. Okay, we recently started our BPO office in Dhule. Okay, so what happened? We went for a typical BCom BSc graduate student, and we given them some task and some training also. Now what is happening? Out of 24 hours, only when shift is getting changed, we need to be alert, because at the end of shift, they write all their algorithm, their information, their important if and else, the new assignment coming from the customer, all those points they write in one of the WhatsApp communication, and that instruction they give pass on to next. So what is happening? If we able to do time management properly, we can run multiple tasks very easily. And that is why having a software company, also we have a BPO office, but BPO office team is giving me information, approximate exact information at a given point of time. It helps me a lot to in organization. So if you look at these two slides again and again, and if you work around on this, and if you manage time properly, then I think you can live your life, and you can have your work life balance as well. uh, do you have any specific question in this, anybody? Hello.
Hello, sir.
Yes, please.
Sir, am I audible?
Yes.
So actually nowadays we are having our exams as well as we are having our assignment submission, practicals are there. So
Yes.
it is like little difficult to manage the things. And if we are talking about the slide which is shown in the screen, like urgent and important, not urgent and important. But if everything is important, so how to manage?
Yeah, see, that is why it is called priority. We have to define the priority, and this example is for that purpose only. I will give your own example. Okay, define your 4 tasks which you are performing right now and which all are urgent.
So can you repeat?
Okay, see, while talking to me, you mentioned me that you have the exam preparation, some assignment is also going on. So define those 4 tasks.
Okay, so like assignment completion, practical exams.
Hmm.
Then we do have our final exam from the next week. So we also have to study for it, as well as if we are like there in some clubs, in college clubs. So we need to work on that projects as well, and also the minor projects are also there. So how to manage?
See, keep in mind that you start to say no when you know that you don't have enough time. This is biggest problem we all Indian face. We always say yes sir, yes sir, yes sir. Okay, if your plate is full, you should not ask for more. Okay, so you need to organize your daily activities. Now coming back to your this task. See, practical exam is going to be conducted on a particular given time, right? Like 4 o'clock in the evening, 12 o'clock in the afternoon, 7 o'clock in the morning, right? It has some time, right? Practical exam. So that is most urgent. Can you change the practical exam time? I don't think so.
No,
You
sir.
cannot change, right? Right. So that becomes urgent on that given point of time. Now you have to plan accordingly. Okay. That is why our next topic of mind management might help you in that context. Our subconscious mind will also help you in that context. So you have to prepare long for this battle, right? You must be knowing that this is going to be my semester. In the month of June, July, we are going to have a semester where we'll have assignment, practical, and exam also. So you need to prepare a lot before coming to this point, right? So again, you have to get back. Okay, forget about this semester. You have to you start planning your next semester. Whatever the problem you are facing in this semester, you should not face in your next semester. That should be a learning from this communication, right? And see, you have to organize, and this is nothing but that organization, organize information. In quarter 1, you have to put your urgent and most important work. So what is your urgent work? जो काम हाथ में उसी को तो अर्जेंट बोलना पड़ेगा ना. एग्जाम देने को जाना है, so you have to go and catch the bus, you have to go and catch the auto, and you have to reach the destination. So you cannot change that time. So at that time you have no option. That is what is called urgent or most important. Okay, now you have to schedule your day activity, that this after this exam I will not watch any series or any movie, or I will not go to YouTube, and you will start preparation for your daily for your exam, which is going to be your next week. So you need to organize your time using this formula. Okay, and this next slide where we say do, defer, delegate, delete, this is that activity. If you are a team, then you delegate the work. Generally, when we work in any club, or we work on any assignment given by the like our firm or college, they always have team, right? Am I right or wrong? They always have a team. So you need to delegate the work. Without delegating, you cannot do all that. That is where team comes in picture. In fact, your papa and your mom, your brother and your sister is also part of your team. Okay. In fact, today also what happened, I have to attend one urgent meeting. So what I asked my one of the colleague to prepare this PPT. We have to delegate the work. So these two slide, you take the print screen if needed. You continuously work on these for next 7 days. Automatically you will get all these your things will get sorted out. And avoid unnecessary social media, unnecessary. I'm not blaming you. I'm just giving you a phenomenon which is happening with even my daughter also. Okay. So we know the social media, we know the web series, we know the Netflix. We need to avoid all those things when we are doing our education. And then automatically you will get ample of time. You will get ample of time. Trust me. Okay. Should I move to one next slide, or any question is there?
No question, sir.
Okay. Thank you. Okay, now this is mind map. Now how mind map is happens? I will give one example. I will give one example. Now see, I visited your college. I think two to 3 years back, and after that COVID happened, so the visit never materialized. But when I remember the MIT, then I remember that I'm visiting your college. You have a gate. From that gate you have a long road. So by car we have to drive in that road. Then there is a campus having two bear. So what happens, these information start popping in your mind, and exactly this is what is called mind mapping. For example, if I ask you about your home, Suddenly, if you have a bungalow, you have that picture in your mind. Then you will start popping the information that the ground floor they're having these many rooms. This is a kitchen. And if you ask any question about the kitchen, then starting that information popping in your mind. Okay, okay. In kitchen, we have these many utensils, and my mom is working there. Sometimes we have a dining room also attached to a kitchen. So all these information started popping in your mind. And if we use this for the project management, then this is phenomenal. I will give one example of Surya Namaskar. Okay, not related to any direct activity. Now look at this figure. These are the 12 steps we follow when we do the Surya Namaskar. Okay, and definitely we all Indians are very well versed with Surya Namaskar, so no need for this mind map. But if you read this, you will realize that, oh yes, we can mind map even we can put our Surya Namaskar in also in the mind mapping. What happens when we start our assignment? For example, now we are planning holiday. So we are planning in this fashion. That what could be the accommodation? What could be the transportation? What are going to be the leisure activity we are going to do? What could be the other activities we are going to do? What are going to be the family member or the friends we are going to be a part of this tour? So we manage this information in our mind. If we convert that information on a paper, then this becomes very easy. For example, you just look at the transportation. Yeah, in transportation, sometimes we have to use a flight, then connecting flight, then we have to use sometimes car. And if we are people are like 8 or 9 people, then one car will not work. We have to manage for 2 cars. So that information, that planning, we can write on the paper. There is one more phenomenon with the mind map. No mind map in this world is wrong. अगर आप कोई भी माइंड मैप बनाते हो वो कभी भी रॉन्ग नहीं होता है. What we need to do is any mind map we have to write at least 3 times. I mean to say improvise 3 times. Suddenly your entire activity could be mapped using that mind map, and then that work can be delegated to your team member, to your family, to your colleague. Then you can organize using scheduling. So you need to practice on this. If I'm talking to you about mind map, I know that this is a virtual session, so I cannot use board and explain you in detail that how we can do that. But if even I will say, if we write a simple code where we uploaded 40,000, we uploaded that Excel, then what could be the mind map? At center, there's going to be a simple circle where we'll mention it's a Excel upload assignment with 40,000 by 40. Then what are going to be building blocks? There's going to be a source code, then going to be a team member. Then before writing the source code, we should prepare our algorithm. Before going for designing the Java code, we need to have flowchart. And if we write all this and if we follow all this, then suddenly the assignment becomes very simple. And then we come to know, oh, now in this writing a code, but this algorithm we need some expert. Then one of our colleague, we can ask him, okay, this is not my cup of cake, can you write this? And then this way we can have a mind map. uh in this mind map, anybody has any special question for me? Because this is a part of practice. If you do the practice, then this mind map can help you a lot.
Hello? Hello?
Yes.
Sir, are the mind maps and the flowcharts are like same thing?
No, 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 no. Very rarely they can overlap each other. But mind map is nothing but you are see you just look at the holiday. Could there be a flowchart in this holiday? No, there could be a flowchart when when you are doing transportation or when you are doing some activity. Then only flowchart can apply. But overall planning, you cannot have flowchart because these are things are fluid. कभी भी कुछ भी pop up हो जाता है ना. So few things are like fluid. For that, we should have a flow chart. Okay, but for planning, we can use this mind map. I'm saying planning. Okay, in rare case, we can use mind map for the flow chart, but I haven't come across any case. I just feel that this is possibility, but still I feel that flow chart is a different, mind map is a different. And mind map helps you in project management. Please understand. Flowchart helps you in doing the executing that particular task. So you need to understand, differentiate between these two things. What is a mind map and what is a flowchart?
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
Yeah, thank you. Any other question? Okay. So should we move to our third part?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, thank you. Okay. Now this is a subconscious mind. Okay, I will give few example which happens with all our family members, with us. In fact, few examples happen with all we. For example, we decide something and we just change the room and we forget what we decided. ये होता है ना कि एक रूम में अपन बैठे हैं, suddenly we thought that we want to go to kitchen. किचन में जाने के बाद पता चलता है, oh my god, what was we thinking? We just forgot what was. This happens. This happens because of subconscious mind is thinking differently and we're doing thinking differently. So what is this subconscious mind? Okay, there is one more phenomenon happens with many people. कभी आप लोगों ने देखा होगा ना कि कोई लोग होते हैं जो अर्ली मॉर्निंग टाइम पे उठ जाते हैं. In fact, I am also one of that person. If I say to myself before sleeping, okay, Shital, tomorrow you have 6 o'clock, you have to get up by 6 o'clock because cab is coming. So by 5:55 to 5:56, automatically before even alarm bell goes on, I get up. This phenomenon is a subconscious mind. There is one more phenomenon, one more example of I will give of subconscious mind. बहुत बार ऐसा होता है कि आप बीमार हो जाते हो, सडनली आपकी मम्मी का फोन आता है. This happens with us so many times. So what is this subconscious mind? Subconscious mind is, okay, for that you just read this two block. What is a subconscious and what is a conscious mind? Should I give 1 minute to read this? Okay. I will wait 1 more minute.
Sir, can I ask you one question?
Please.
Sir, on this, the third stanza it is given does not depend on the accessible information and depend on the accessible information. So, according to this, what is meant by the accessible information? It means which information we get from the website or from internet or any other, or some other for other persons guide us. What does mean the accessible information?
This depends upon our perception. What is a subconscious mind? Subconscious mind mainly works when we are detached from the world. Please understand, when we are detached from the world. Understand this simple phenomenon. What is a subconscious mind? Which is not conscious. If you understand this word properly, yeah, definitely my mother tongue is Marathi, and you might be your mother tongue could not be English. So to understand it, it is taking time. पर आपण बोलते ना अपने दो मन होते हैं. ओके, आपलं मनाचं ऐकायचं असतं. Yeah, that thing, that if you able to understand and comprehend that thing, then you okay. See, please understand, I will give one simple example, very simple example. Many times it happens with me or my colleagues that whole day we are doing coding on that particular task and we are not able to break that algorithm. Okay, whatever we are doing, we are not able to solve that problem or that bug or that the task given by our one of our colleague. Okay, then what happens? Suddenly we close the office. Okay, then what happens? We close the office. We go to home. और नींद में अपने को उसका सॉल्यूशन पता चलता है. दिस हैपेंस विथ मी सो मेनी टाइम्स. आपके साथ भी ये कभी हुआ होगा. डिड दिस हैपन विथ यू एनी टाइम?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Oh, that is subconscious mind, because you have asked your subconscious mind that this problem is not solved by me. Now you help me. अपन बोलते हैं ना, भगवान को बोलते हैं ना, अरे यार मुझे हेल्प कर दे यार, मेरे से नहीं हो रहा है. वो जो भगवान है ना, वो ये
Yes.
सबकॉन्शियस माइंड है. Please understand. You know, in our Marathi culture, or in fact in India, we use word tathastu. Have you used word this tathastu? अपने घर वाले अपने को क्या बोलते हैं?
Yes, sir.
अच्छी बातें बोलते जाना, बुरी बात मत बोलते जाना, वो तथास्तु हो जाता है.
Yes, sir. They have
शाम का समय
used
तथास्तु
for
का
the
समय है.
blessings.
Yes. So that tathastu is nothing but the subconscious mind. Subconscious mind can do wonder. Okay. अभी मैंने ये तीनों जो टॉपिक है, why I have choose these three topic, the time management, then the mind map and the subconscious mind. If we use these three tool in our day-to-day activity, in any activity, in any event, in any code, I mean to say software coding, in any impossible task, we can do wonder. I will give one more example. This happens with me. That is why I'm giving this example. As you know, when we are traveling abroad, we do not have any colleague, and also the medical facility of abroad is extremely expensive. Okay, definitely we do have our insurance with us, but before leaving India, I always ask my subconscious mind, see beta, वहां पे अपने को कोई दोस्त नहीं है, वहां पे अपने को कोई मेडिकल फैसिलिटी नहीं मिलने वाली है, यू एंश्योर कि मैं बीमार नहीं पड़ूंगा. And this happens with me. For example, today also, yesterday I was not feeling well, but I asked my subconscious mind, Shital, tomorrow there are so many students will be there. They want to hear you. It is your duty that you should be available to them. That subconscious mind make me very efficient, very energetic while talking to you. Yesterday I was not feeling well, but wo jo subconscious, and see, this is a fact. In fact, there are many books on subconscious mind. You go and read that again and again and understand this subconscious mind. If you're able to understand your capability, you can do wonder. For example, we all know the Eureka. Eureka पता है ना? Archimedes principle.
Yes, sir.
वो भी तो subconscious mind ने उसको फॉर्मूला दिया था ना? Am I right or wrong? स्टोरी पता है ना? You must be knowing this principle story, right? Or no? Should I give you brief about that story? Okay, what I mean to say is our subconscious mind is very, very powerful. If we use it, for example, whenever there is any impossible task and you have to do it, you ask your subconscious mind to help you. He will be there 24/7 for you. He will be there. He is going to help you. And you have to understand this phenomenon. To understand this phenomenon, you go and read some articles on YouTube or on some portal, or you buy some books using Amazon on subconscious mind. I right now I don't have any list. I would have given that list to you, but you try to understand this subconscious mind phenomenon. And if you are able to use this as a tool, बहुत से प्रॉब्लम आपके सॉल्व हो जाएंगे. I will give one more example. Now the exam is on the way, right? So एक हाथ टफ सब्जेक्ट होगा. हर एग्जाम में एक सब्जेक्ट होता है जो बहुत टफ होता है. You ask your subconscious mind, okay, give me list of the subjects, I mean to say chapters, which are quite easy to me and ensure that I study those before exam. आपको subconscious mind exam list बना के देगा. Trust me, आप try करना ये खुद के ऊपर try करना. And you will be able to write that exam efficiently. But again, you have to do time management and you have to use mind map as well. Mind map, subconscious mind, and time management. If you use these three tools as a team, a part of your team, execution team, any big task you can do easily. मैं मेरे ऑफिस में यूज करता हूँ, हर जगह पे यूज करता हूँ. My team uses extensively, and we always give these three topics training to all our colleagues whenever we get chance, and we always get tremendous result because of this. In fact, right now also, if you look at these three tool as a these three technique as a tool, आपको भी अंदर से फीलिंग आता होगा कि अगर मैं टाइम को प्रॉपरली मैनेज करूंगा, सबकॉन्शियस माइंड से इम्पॉसिबल टास्क के बारे में बात करते रहूंगा, और मैं माइंड मैप पे मेरा जो प्लानिंग है उसको अगर मैं बनाऊंगा, so these three things can help you achieve anything. And always अगर आपको कोई रियलाइज होता है, ऐसा आपके साथ होता है, so always share that information with your colleague, and you will get very good result. Any question in this subconscious mind? Any more question? Parag sir?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. See, this is what I have right now to tell. Now, if there is any more questions, or if there is anything, I'm here to listen.
Okay, okay. Any more questions from the participants? If there are.
No question, sir.
No, sir.
Okay, okay, thank you. So Parag sir, can we, in fact, if you have anything to, please talk. Else, if if there is a permission, we can close this session.
Yes, yes, definitely. Sir, we would like to offer a vote of thanks. So, Vaishnavi?
Yes, sir. Sir, am I audible properly? Okay. So on the behalf of our team, I extend really hearty vote of thanks to our expert, Mr. Shitalkumar Dagade, sir. So we really appreciate the quality of knowledge you have as well as the time you spend for this event. So we are sure that all the participants must have enjoyed every moment of your webinar and they will be using this knowledge in their future career. So the points, all the points you covered about the importance of the sharing knowledge, time management, then mind maps, and the subconscious mind, and about the project documentation, this all were very knowledgeable and we got to know every aspect about every topic. So we never thought about these are examples and concept for managing the time and how to work properly before, but now onwards we all are present here and will think about each aspect and will study and analyze all the aspects for every work in a day. So we got a brief knowledge about how to prepare ourselves and plan the things and finally complete all of our works properly and on time perfectly. So once again, sir, we are thankful to have such a passionate expert on board. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Appreciate.
Yeah, thank you so much, sir, for your valuable time.
Thank you, sir.
I just request all participants and Shitalkumar, sir, to just turn on the cameras. We will have a quick snapshot.
Okay.
Aniruddha, you are taking the snapshot?
Yes, yes, sir. Yes, sir. Done.
Okay. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you, Bharat.
Yeah. One instruction to all the participants: please fill the feedback form. Okay. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.